right, everyone. Welcome to the Let's Talk Show with DM Entertainment. Weekly, we discuss heartfelt topics that matters. Opinions are respected, awareness meets action, and we're not just discussing, we're connecting, educating, and celebrating here in the Fresno and Clovis areas, local and all-around talent. We're here at the beautiful CMAC studios, and we'd like to thank you for tuning in today. This is October, and that means it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
This month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The National Cancer Institute estimates that there will be nearly 288,000 new breast cancer cases this year alone. That's 15% of all cancers. The agency says that more than 43,000 Americans will die from breast cancer this year. That makes up 7% of all cancers. But it's not all bad news. Early detection of breast cancer can lead to successful treatments, and the annual death rate from breast cancer has been slowly dropping since the early 1990s. The 5-year survival rate for breast cancer is above 90%. For breast cancer diagnosed at the earliest stage, that survival rate jumps to 99%.
Let me reintroduce my co-host, Lily.
Hello.
Beautiful Kendra.
Hi.
And beautiful Miss Ali.
Hello, Ali.
All right. So are you guys ready for some Sizzle?
Yeah.
Let's talk Sizzle. All right. So Kevin McCarthy is out as Speaker of the House. Let's watch this clip and see what happened.
On this vote, the yeas are 216, the nays are 210. The resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. The office of Speaker of the House of the United States House of Representatives is hereby declared vacant.
Congressman, will you resign? What's next? Congressman, will you resign? Will you resign? Will you put yourself back in the ballot?
Doing the right thing isn't always easy, but it is necessary. I don't regret standing up for choosing governance over grievance. It is my responsibility. It is my job. I do not regret negotiating. Our government is designed to find compromise. I don't regret my efforts to build coalitions and find solutions. I was raised to solve problems, not create them. So I may have lost a vote today, but as I walk out of this chamber, I feel fortunate to have served the American people. I believe I can continue to fight, maybe in a different manner. I will not run for Speaker again. I'll have the conference pick somebody else.
Wow.
All right.
Ali.
Okay, look. First of all, they tried their hardest. I mean, it took 9 rounds of voting just to get him in. The Democrats were fighting him tooth and nail to the
15 rounds.
15 rounds, 15 with tooth and nail to keep him out. So them putting him out a few months later is not a surprise. You know what I mean? Finding a way to get rid of him a few months later is not a surprise. I mean, if it takes you 15 rounds to get in, then
That wasn't Democrats. That was Republicans.
That was Republicans.
Republicans were trying to keep. Somebody wanted the man out.
Yeah, his own party.
His own party.
Okay. Well, then he should never have taken the position.
He wasn't dancing to their music. That's the reason why they wanted to get rid of him.
Yeah, but that was from the beginning, though. And they thought they said it was normal. That's not normal. If your people want you out that
are
bad.
not normal people.
There you go.
Excuse me, I'm a Republican and I'm
Not
very normal.
You don't work for that party. I mean, you don't work for them. You're not in the House of Representatives, though. You know,
but
you
I'm
stand on
an
the side,
American and I
But you
represent.
can't just stand just because you represent them. I mean, you can stand on the outside and say, "Oh, that was Democrats that did that." No, that's the problem. They're not taking responsibility for what they were doing. They ousted their own person.
But I think it was just a setup anyway.
It was a setup.
They oust him, but they have a new basically.
But they already have a backup plan.
Right.
So, of course.
Yeah,
so
and
they
then
can
I
play this
read
game
where the new guy that they have in place, he done already told Nancy Pelosi to pack her stuff and leave. And she couldn't leave because she was at Feinstein Service. So, you know, see,
Wow.
Republicans, they something else.
Well,
I have
Kendra?
I have no respect for this party.
None.
I'm sorry, none. I'm sorry.
That's
Sorry,
because you
but
don't
not sorry.
understand
No,
it,
no,
but
no,
it's
no.
okay.
No, I don't understand it. I don't understand that
Exactly. You
because
don't
the
understand
loyalty
it.
part of it is not. It's not there. They're not loyal. If you pick somebody,
can be
listen.
very
If you're loyal to somebody, you don't put no stipulation on whether or not. Now, if you don't do what we say, we can oust you out. 2 of us, 8 of us, 5 of us can oust you out if you don't do what we say. So the minute that
Pelosi's
he
been
stopped
doing
the
that for
government from being
decades.
shut down, he needed Democrats' help for that. If he wasn't such a flip-flopper, they might have saved him again, like they saved him the first time, you know. But he's just such a flip-flopper.
He's not a flip-flopper. He does the right thing, and he does.
He
and
did
it's-
the right
and it's
thing
not
by asking
bipartisan.
Democrats for help.
He's not a flip-flopper, but he's a flop-flip.
No, but let me tell you something that's really important that we
Okay, I wanna
haven't been having lately.
Okay.
Okay, people are voting along party lines. That's not cool. The reason why it's not cool to vote along party lines is because you're dismissing what is right or wrong just so that you can be with your party. That's like two different gangs. Okay, we're going to go ahead and club this guy because everybody else is doing it. McCarthy
Right.
at least had the courage, regardless of his party, to make the right choices and bring everybody together for the sake of the right choices.
Before I forget, as soon as we did that for him, and he did let us in to help him, he did allow us to help him to avoid a government shutdown. That Sunday, he went on a show and dissed the Democrats again. And they helped him.
But was
that
it
was
dissing
not right.
the Democrats?
Yes,
or was
he
it
did.
dissing whatever it was
He
that
blamed
they were
them
trying
for
to
all
represent
the
during
other kind of things, even though they bailed him out. Come
Yeah.
on, now, this is what I don't understand about this party. You guys just like see this one way.
You're a party
like,
line voter, basically. You're not looking at what's right or wrong.
I am looking
You're
at what's
you're
right
a
and
party
wrong.
line
He
voter.
was not right for that, and that's why they didn't help him the second time. Are we losing something here?
Republicans remind me of the story about the snake in the ice. You take them and you put them in your bosom, thaw them out, and they turn around and bite you. And then they tell you, you knew I was a snake when you picked me up. So that's how I feel about Republicans. They are nothing but snakes.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you something I get out of it.
Okay.
I'm disappointed in both. To a certain extent, what I'm saying is, yes, I don't think that. I think the Democrats let the Republicans go ahead and hang themselves. But I'm a little worried about who's going to be the next speaker because at least Kevin McCarthy did keep everything going. But what was his name?
He just didn't have enough political power.
Matt Gaetz.
Matt. Do you know at the time that he wanted to oust him as speaker, did you know that he was sending texts to the Republicans trying to
Gaetz
get
is a
paid?
dirty dog.
Trying to get
He's
paid
as
for
dirty
doing
as
so.
they get.
So it's about the money. Some of the Republicans, I'm not saying all of them,
Right.
but it's about the money. And they want to make money
is
and
just
raise
dirty.
money off for different things that they do. And it's sad because it's at the expense of the American people.
Now,
Everything
I
is at
do
the
agree
expense
with
of
you. I
American
do agree
people.
with you with that. They like Democrats could have helped them out again. They could have helped them out again because it's better to know the devil that
Right,
you know
the devil
instead
you
of
know
one that
than
you
the
go
devil you
have
don't.
next time. Ain't no telling. They're looking at Jim Jordan. So I'm
This
just
other
saying.
guy.
Oh,
this other
but
guy.
My thing
I
is,
hope it's
how
not
would
Jim
you like?
Jordan.
No, my thing is,
No,
it's
it's not
personal.
somebody else.
They made it personal when he turned on him after they helped him out. That wasn't right either. That was wrong. You gotta kind of look
I
at
didn't
it
see
like
that clip. I didn't see the information. I don't
Yeah.
know what exactly
Fox
happened.
News don't show it.
because
They don't
But you
show
know
it.
what?
I
What
don't
we'll do
watch
is
Fox
next week.
News.
Next
YouTube,
week when we come,
whatever.
we could talk about it a little bit more because I can't wait because next week they're supposed to be voting in a new speaker. So
see-
I'm excited about that. But when next week comes, we'll have more time to talk about.
I don't know
this
how you can
subject.
kick out a person and don't have a backup.
Because they never have a backup.
They have a backup.
Okay, no, they ain't got a backup right now, though. Not right now. They do not. Oh, like nobody's the house right now.
Today, baby. I can't think of the
They
guy's
got
name.
three. They got three of them.
They have 'em.
But they got
have a
three people
backup.
they
He was
want
the
to
one that-
recommend for it.
He
But
was-
my thing is, before you kick out,
Somebody, you should have.
you
a
should
backup.
already have that, and that's the part of that we.
They
Yeah,
have
they don't
they
ever-
have
cannot. I cannot with
they
them.
have they
I
have
cannot.
they have him, and he's a elderly man with what I can't think of his name.
Well, that narrows it down to
Yeah.
400 members of the
Yeah,
House.
but they all look, but they all look the
Elderly
same.
white dude
Okay,
with white
but
hair.
you know what? We'll
But
find
he was
out
the one
next
that
week.
kicked. He was the one that told Nancy to
Jordan
leave.
and
Yeah.
The new one.
Stephonic, Jordan, and Shalice.
Okay, well, we'll find out. Okay, our second topic for today, for Let's Sizzle, is Trump's time in court. You know he's going to court every court date when he don't have to. But let's take a look at him going to court. I love to see this.
Former President Trump inside a New York City courthouse, slamming New York Attorney General Letitia James, whose charges brought him there.
It's a disgrace. They're trying to damage me so that I don't do as well as I'm doing in the election.
But James says this civil fraud case, more than 4 years in the making, is about holding the Trump Organization, the former president, and his eldest sons accountable, accusing them of inflating their net worth by as much as $2.2 billion.
No matter how powerful you are, no matter how much money you think you may have, no one is above the law.
She was met with cheers and applause as she entered the courthouse where opening statements began in the first day of the trial. Trump at some point slumped in his chair, arms crossed, shaking his head as he listened to prosecutors lay out their case. The state alleging the defendants were lying year after year and that they knew a high net worth was necessary to get and maintain certain financial benefits. Trump's legal team firing back, saying the attorney general has no case and that Trump has not committed any fraud.
When many properties which I've sold are worth much more than were listed in the financial statements, by double and triple. What do you have to do? And we're wasting our time on this trial.
His lead attorney saying they'll prove that there are many ways to value assets and that Trump has made billions of dollars building one of the most successful real estate empires in the world. But the judge has already determined that the Trump Organization committed fraud for years, overinflating the value of its assets. This trial will only determine how much the company will pay in damages and penalties. The state has asked for at least $250 million. Trump could lose control of some of his most prized assets in New York, including Trump Tower, and also be banned from conducting business in the state.
So I think Trump is getting a taste of what it feels like to be a normal human being, and you can't use your status to get around it. If he's innocent, I hope he's exonerated. But if he's not, he needs to pay like anyone else. I feel like that.
Yeah.
Ali?
I think that the way they created this news cast, this news report was absolutely correct. The reason why is because you can change depending on what you're doing, like let's say for instance, whether it is you're receiving a grant, whether you're receiving a government subsidy, whether you're receiving a loan and what have you, you can change the value of your asset on paper. It is not illegal to do that. If you have a house and it is, if you have a house, and let's say, for instance, the fair market value for the house is $600,000, but you want to sell the house for $1. Nobody can tell you that you can't sell that house for $1. Nobody can tell you that you can't value that house at $1, depending on whatever it is that you're trying to get, funding from or for, or whatever the case may be. So it's not unusual to, for the value of your properties, and he's got so much.
No,
they could be saying,
what if he's overpriced?
Yeah, but the thing is if you, let's say if you value your house or your business or what have you at, let's say $100,000, when it's definitely worth $600,000, right? But you're undervaluing it.
Undervaluing.
No, listen.
Overvaluing.
No. Listen to what I'm saying.
Okay. Sorry.
If you value it at $100,000 for several different reasons or occasions, then you turn around for another occasion and you value it at its fair market value. It looks like you're overinflating the value of the property $500,000 when the reality is the value of the property was $600,000 to begin with.
No,
so that's what he's
flipping it.
No. So
that
no.
I really sat there and watched it.
Because he did. Okay, this is what he did.
He overvalued his property, and it wasn't worth that.
No, he overvalued. No. Okay, so. If the value, let's say this is what they're saying. They're saying the value of the property was $600,000 and he said it was $1.2 million. That's what they're saying in the overvaluing. He's shaking his head because, and this is where his attorney is saying, look, there are different ways to value property. Once you have a few $100 million and you've got 400,000 properties, and you're filing for whatever it is you're filing for in 50 different states, you're going to understand what this is like, because some of your property is going to be worth $1.2 million, but in certain cases in that particular state during that particular recession, you're going to value it at half that. So that you don't have to pay the taxes on it.
Okay.
You know, the full taxes on it.
I just don't want to forget what I'm going to say, that's all. Okay, so I do own property. I own my home, and I don't care if it's worth $1 million or $2 million, $3 million, $4 million. Right. I paid and that is the reason that they price in different areas where you live. This is why they price it in a bracket. You can't just go over what your property is worth. You can't lie about it like he did. He lied about what his property was worth. Right. Okay? And you can't do that.
No, he did not.
And he's been making money off that for years and years and years. Now, my thing is, he's been doing that, and that's how he treated the government. When he did, that's what you get when you elect a real estate agent as the president.
Me being Trump.
That's what
listening to you.
Yeah.
Trump has always been untruthful. And he rolling around talking about a fraud. Trump is a fraud. His hairline is a fraud. So,
no, she didn't.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
His
hairline is a fraud.
They showed it today.
Trump, no. Now he want to cry, but like I said, in a couple of segments back, Trump hanging his own self. And every time he opened his mouth, he is messing up for his own self. Shut up and let your attorneys do what they're going to do. But it's too late anyway, because you know what?
He can't help himself.
He done already messed up for himself.
Well, he's in court right now.
And the reason he's mad because they're hitting them pockets.
Yeah.
The reason he's mad because they're hitting them pockets.
Yes.
And they're hitting that business, that real estate business he got.
And now, if it wasn't, as you saying, Ali, if it wasn't illegal, then he'll get off free. Yeah. But if it is, if he did something wrong, they're going to hang him.
They've already...
they're going to hang him. Okay? But this has been a great topic, and it's time for us to take a break. So we will be right back.
Thank
you. The most important things in life are the connections we make. Person to person, city to city. Amtrak is setting in motion a new era of rail that will change the way America moves. We're looking for all kinds of people to work and grow in a variety of roles. Build a career with us. Your future rides with Amtrak.
Welcome back. We're going to be talking about a young girl who was kidnapped, and she was returned home. Let's take a clip. That's a scary thing. Let's take a clip and see what happened.
After a massive search for 9-year-old Charlotte Senna, who vanished from a park in upstate New York, tonight, state police announcing she has been found alive, and they say she is in good health. The family arriving just moments ago inside the park, and police say a suspect is in custody. It comes at the end of a 48-hour search.
We are leaving no stone, no branch, no table, no cabin unturned.
Charlotte Senna was last seen at 6:15 Saturday night in Moreau Lake State Park, where she was camping with her family. After riding bikes with friends around this loop, the fourth grader decided to go around one last time, alone before sunset. But when she didn't return after 15 minutes, her parents started searching. At 6:45, the bike was found along the path, but Charlotte was gone.
They came here to just have an ordinary time. The kids could have a chance to be in nature, have a chance to be kids. But instead, the day turned into every parent's nightmare.
And David, the family had been so worried, but tonight they are overjoyed. We saw friends and family coming out of the park behind us here to thank everyone for their help. There were cheers, just complete joy. Of course, we are waiting for more details surrounding Charlotte's disappearance, but tonight she is with her family. David.
Just a remarkable ending to this. We're glad she's okay. Stephanie Ramos reporting tonight. Steph, thank you.
Ooh, I could tell you this. I have lost a child. We were getting hair braided, and my son always wandered off. Quick. He was gone. That was the most scariest thing I ever had to deal with in my life, because I was just thinking, oh my God, it's getting dark. Nobody could find him. I was knocking on everybody's door. Have you seen a little boy? He's autistic. He couldn't talk. So I was so messed up. I was sitting on the side of a curb, and they was like, people was walking by me that knew me, and they was like, I know her. But I can only imagine what her parents went through. But I'm so glad that they found her and they brought her home. But I don't like the fact that she was able to ride by herself. Right. You know, with these times being the way they is, even if you away and far out or whatever, you always should have your child with someone or being with your child, because we see what can happen. Kendra?
Well, this kind of reminded me of times, because I'm pretty sure people can reflect. We all probably can reflect on some moment where our kid just didn't listen or something like that. But my thing was more or less when other people watch my kid. Like when he used to be, he's 30 now, but I mean, when he was younger, my brother wanted to take him to the lake. I didn't like my kid going to the water, nowhere near the water without me. Because it's just like, nobody can watch him like I can, you know? Right. And I don't trust them that they would, you know, but, you know, he went one time, and I mean, I was just terrified. So I know what that feels like. Again, I lost him inside of a Payless shoe store. Like it was. I had him in high school, so I was at Payless, right? Yeah. So I lost him in Payless, and I mean, and it's not even that big. And I can't imagine. I was freaked out, like really terrible, freaked out. Like, oh my goodness, that was the longest 4 minutes. Right. I lost my mind at 4 minutes. I was like, oh my God, it's over. He's gone. Somebody got it. I don't know what they're gonna do, you know. So I do sympathize with the people. I'm so glad they found her. Me too. And I just wanted to put and reiterate, separating kids at a border like that had to feel the same way. Yes. Just saying. Oh my God. Just saying. Right.
Yeah. Lily?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I am happy that they found the baby. I do. I really do. I don't really know how I feel, you know, when your child is lost, because when you see mine when they was little, you seen me. Yes. So my mother was living at the time, so when I needed daycare, I was going to put him in a daycare. My mom said no. She said daycare is here at Grandma's house. So that's where he went. Or I didn't have that issue, but just to try to think and imagine somebody taking your child, man, it's scary. But like I said, I'm grateful and I'm thankful that she's back home safely with her parents. And I thank God for that, because it was God. It was God that
definitely
worked that out.
You take my baby, you end up in a grave, man.
Girl.
We're getting violent.
Girl, straight up.
Good, she go with her
AR-15.
My baby. There go her AR-15.
Touch my baby. There's not going to be anything left of you to prosecute. It's as simple as that. Yeah. But this little girl, she was riding, and her parents allowed her to ride with friends. There were 4 of them, I think it was. I think there was 4 of them. And so it was like, as long as you're with your friends and you're not alone. The parents did the right thing. The 4 of them stopped at the end of this loop after they finished riding this loop together. And I guess the other 3, this is where the other 3 made the mistake, was that when the one decided, I'm just going to go one more time by myself. You're not supposed to leave your friends. Don't leave your friends. Either everybody do the one, or you guys yank her off that bike and say, no, we're done, and you're not going without us. Okay, it's the same goes for adults when we go partying. You know, a bunch of girls go. Yeah. Man, when girls leave their friend with some dude or something, then the girls are wrong that left them.
The kids don't think like as an adult.
But that's what they need to be taught, is that you don't leave your friend. Because let me tell you, child trafficking is huge right now. So this is me talking to the audience and anybody out there that doesn't realize how big child trafficking is. Child trafficking is big, and the reason why child trafficking is big is because a bag of cocaine, if you want to sell it, we're talking to the bad guys now. You can sell a bag of cocaine one time. You can sell a child through a sex traffic ring 10 times. They're making 10 times the amount that they would make on selling a bag of cocaine one time by having one child, okay? Luckily, this weirdo who stole this baby just wanted ransom and he wasn't part of one of these rings. Tell your children and know for yourself that the minute you are not in a safe situation, meaning by yourself, trying to be grown and big and ride somewhere by yourself, you are now, you're the number one target. Exactly. Yeah. You're a number one target. You, little girl, little boy out there that's, less than 12 years old, you're worth about at least $500,000. Maybe 100 to $500,000. That's how much you're worth to the bad guys out there.
To be somebody's what?
Yes, exactly.
Something you don't want to be.
Something that you don't want to be because you'll be away from your family and you'll never see them again.
Right.
Do not go out on your own ever. Not until we clean this mess up on this planet, and it is
That's not going to happen.
So, stay safe.
That's it.
And then and you also have youngsters that think, oh, I'll do this and I'll do that. It don't happen like that.
Yeah.
I said they have like little drugs and stuff that they can just come behind you and put you to sleep. You just have to, a group of you need to be together. If you go in somewhere, a group of you need to be together. Watch each other.
Yes, please.
It's so it's really dangerous.
It's so important.
Yeah.
So important.
You cannot be off by yourself. I don't care how nice the park is. I don't care how clean it is. I don't care how popular it is. If you are a young child under 12, and there's trafficking for girls that are under 20.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It is.
But under 12 is really, it's a real serious problem.
So parents,
if you're a child,
you guys need to keep an eye on your kids, and if you let them go in a group that will, and like Ali has said, keep them together. Teach them. Don't leave that group.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. We got some good news here in the state of California. We have a new senator after the death of Dianne Feinstein Butler. Her name is LaFonza, just like my name, Lashonda. LaFonza Butler. Let's take a look at the clip. Hey!
Just 2 days after her death, Governor Gavin Newsom has made his choice to replace Senator Dianne Feinstein. She is LaFonza Butler, a Democratic strategist and current president of Emily's List, an organization that supports Democratic women candidates.
Butler was also an advisor to Vice President Kamala Harris's presidential campaign, and she is expected to be sworn in by Vice President Harris on Wednesday. What is not clear yet is if Butler will choose to run for the seat. She has that option. Congress members Adam Schiff, Katie Porter, and Barbara Lee are already announced candidates. Newsom's move fulfills his pledge to appoint a black woman to replace Feinstein should her seat come open. She died Friday after a series of illnesses. She was 90 years old.
Newsom posted a statement on social media that reads in part, LaFonza has spent her entire career fighting for women and girls and has been a fierce advocate for working people. She will make history, becoming the first black lesbian to openly serve in the U.S. Senate. I have no doubt she will carry the baton left by Senator Feinstein, continue to break a glass ceiling, and fight for all Californians in Washington.
I tell you this, things are changing in the world of politics, and she's been, put there by Governor Newsom. And I love to see that a woman is continuing in Dianne Feinstein's seat, and we're really sad to hear about her passing away. And we give all our love and condolences to her family. Okay, we have two special guests on our show today. Tamiko is here to show us her beauty products. Welcome, let's welcome Tamiko. All right.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you for having me.
Yes, how you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you guys doing? Good.
Welcome to the Let's Talk Show.
Thank you for inviting me, ladies. And so,
what do you got? You've got some really nice products here, right?
It smells so good.
I know. So this is my little passion here. I call myself a craft geek because I just love making stuff. And so one of my endeavors is I like making natural stuff because everything that we need to thrive and survive is right here on this earth that God gave us. And a lot of the products that we use have so many different ingredients that we don't know about. So today I brought you guys some body butter, which is a combination of shea butter and cocoa butter and some grapeseed oil and black seed oil. And then we got some bath bombs and the Come Here, which is my little rendition of Love Spell. It has rose petals in them. And then we have jasmine and our jasmine scented ones as well. I sold out of the main magnolia ones. Magnolia goes fast. That's one of my favorite florals. And then I just brought some lip gloss and some lip balm and some soaps that we make that has a shea butter base as well.
Okay, can we get a little bit?
You surely can.
Smell it.
And so why don't you guys try a couple of them? I want you guys to get a good scent and pick one out that you like.
I want to take all of your lovely products and I want to put them out in front so people can see what you have.
What you got,
because I don't know if the cameras can get what a gorgeous display you brought us.
Yes.
Okay. So I think it is really worth it to get it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, let's put this one. Look at the bath bombs. Look at the bath bombs, guys.
Yes.
How amazing. And then she's got these.
With body butter.
Yes.
That does smell good.
What is
Magnolia.
Magnolia with body butter? Fantastic.
And those are body oils.
Oh, that's body oils?
Oh, smelling my hands. Everything smells so good.
So like for each scent, we have like a coordinating soap and a body butter and a bath bomb. And then we also have, I sold out earlier because I did a pop-up at my office, but we do body lotions as well.
Okay,
and basically, this is some samples for you guys, some little facial soap. And so I make it with aloe vera base. And so I harvest my own aloe vera. I use as many natural and organic products as possible.
Oh, that's the best.
So I keep about 40 different herbs in my kitchen cabinet. And then depending on, we do also offer personalization with the soaps. Once again, going back to all the different chemicals that we've used over time, there's been a lot of damage to your skin.
Yes, of course.
You know,
There's so many
long-term
chemicals.
damage. And then a lot of the babies are coming and they're coming with so many skin ailments, you know, like so many kids have eczema now. It's so crazy. And so I'm thinking a lot of it has to do with the food and the lack of good, pure water. You know,
Yeah, we were talking
that's
about
going to
water.
work well for their body to be at an optimum level. So I do a lot of personalization soaps. So what I'll do is I'll find out what your ailments are and then we'll match up with the herbs and oils that's going to work best with that.
To detox the body and the skin.
Yeah, your skin's your largest organ.
Yes, it is.
So we have to take into consideration. Sometimes we take this organ for granted. We touch people, we touch things, you know.
Exactly.
And
everything's
we try
contaminated.
different things. You know, how many times have you been willing to, depending on what your economic situation is, you've been willing to bypass maybe certain deodorants or certain detergents, and we've used things that are cheaper that have harsh chemicals in them.
Yes.
And we've exposed our skin to that, you know, or going out into the sun without moisturizing or not drinking any water.
Exactly.
That's a lip glaze, like a lip gloss. Yeah.
And you know, a really
Non-stick as a
common
gloss.
thought, I know one of my issues back in the day, especially when I was younger, but a really common misconception is that because we're black, we don't need sunscreen.
Oh no, that's not true.
We need sunscreen just as much as anybody else.
When he would get sunburn when he was little in the summertime because he would go to school and he would actually get that on his forehead and things like that. And I didn't ever get it.
Coverage
Black
on our
people
bodies.
usually don't get it as much as white people because whites and lighter skinned people, their skin is very fragile to the sun. Ours is not, but we do get it.
Ours is not as fragile.
Regardless of the amount of melatonin that you have in your skin, you still, your skin can still burn and be damaged.
We don't blister up from the heat, but we do get sunburn. I'm telling you.
My skin is so sensitive.
My skin's so sensitive.
You know what? How long have you been doing this?
I've been making soap for about 10 years now. It started when I went natural on my hair care journey. So when I came across different platforms and different not podcasts back then, but mostly blog posts, was a lot of the moms and crafters that were making lotions and soaps, a lot of country girls, and I was seeking them out. Because, you know, sometimes you got to go back to your roots so you can get back to the basics, you know. Our grandmothers were beautiful.
Yes.
Our great-grandmothers were dime pieces.
Vaseline, right?
They didn't have all these different chemicals and all these different, they had a straightening comb.
Yes.
Natural.
And there was the world isn't that much different environmentally compared to then. So I started looking at what did our grandmas and them do? And I asked God to take me to the Chronicles of Civilization. What did the women of Kush and Kemet and the Mali Empire do? You know, Black women have been known for being beautiful throughout the ages of time.
Yes, we
and so we've taken on such a European mindset that I just felt propelled to dig into it. So I came across these chicks from Mali that originated soap.
All right.
So
I'm glad I've known you since high school. Just let everybody know that.
Yes.
Keisha known each other very well.
But I hooked up with this chick in Ghana, and I'm gonna have to bring you guys some African black soap. She sent me some potage, and they taught me how to make that original African black soap.
You know what?
How they make it over the
They
heat.
have very dark complexion skin too.
And they have very beautiful skin.
Yes, very smooth.
And then she turned me on to that chibe powder, so I use that chibe powder when I make my hair oils and hair creams, like chibe powder and fenugreek and horse mane tail and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, just, you know.
Because I think my complexion is real quick. I think I'm Ethiopian.
Here goes the diva. Here goes the diva.
I love it.
I'm going to tell you this. Thank you for our samples that you've given to each one of us.
And that's a facial stuff. That's a face. That's just like something to use for your face. And then you guys can grab a body butter and a bath bomb.
We are not letting you go at the end
I
of the
just
show.
feel like
No, we're not. We're
not letting you go at the end of the show.
Yeah, and we want to welcome you back during the holiday time.
Thank you.
So you can show us some of your holiday stuff that you have and candles and stuff like that. Thank you so much for coming on the Let's Talk Show, and we be looking forward to seeing you soon. And these are some good smelling products, I'm telling you right now. Can't wait to try them. Thank you, and we'll see you guys when we get right back.
Amen.
Do your relationship feel like it's crumbling? Do you feel like the connection is gone? Has your relationship hit a brick wall?
Sometimes I think to myself, do she even want to be with me? I'm constantly alone. I even eat alone. I just want my wife back. You know, the one I married.
It's like, how many times do I have to say it? I need help. All of the household responsibilities are on me, true enough. He pays the bills, but I do everything else. I don't have time to make love when he wants, or even give him the time he feels he deserves.
Change can help. Let My Purpose Retreats show you how. Visit us today at www.mypurposeretreats.com for more information.
Welcome back. Miss Beverly Greene is putting together a citywide celebration to honor those who's passed on from COVID-19 and who weren't able to have a proper memorial service. So let's welcome, please, Miss Beverly.
Baby be in the house, baby be in the house.
Yes.
So nice to be here.
Welcome to the Let's Talk Show.
All right, well, let's talk.
We're so happy to have you here today. So could you tell us a little bit about your memorial, the memorial citywide celebration you'll be having on October the 28th?
Okay, the reason why I decided to have this, I've been working on this for a good while, talking about it. But one of the major reasons is I kept being woken up every night, seeing easels everywhere, like thousands of easels with people's pictures on them. So I guess, you know, God or whomever you believe in was trying to work with me. And so anyway, so one day one of my girlfriends sent me a video of, I had put in for a grant of $150,000 because I was going to create these boards and everything else, and we were going to display these boards with the pictures of people who were lost during the COVID. But anyway, one day my girlfriend sent me a message with a video from Vancouver, and the town there gave a city memorial. It didn't look as like what I wanted to do, but anyway, it was an idea. And they didn't have any easels and stuff, but my goal is I still want people to bring their pictures. And so we're going to have this citywide memorial. It's going to be a full funeral service. So in me talking to different people, a lot of people listening to what I have to say, and there's people crying when I'm talking to them about how they dropped their parents off at the hospital or their daughters and stuff, and they didn't bring them back home. So that made me even more wanting to continue with this. And it's to the point, like somebody said, well, I didn't think you were going to do it since you didn't get the grant. It's not the point of getting that particular money. Of course, everybody needs money to fund whatever our projects are. And but I still wanted to have the project, and it will be October the 28th at Arte America, celebrating the same day with the Arte America for the Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. So we both will be celebrating that, and I'm hoping we will have some closure for some of the people. I look at it as health and wellness. So if we're doing health and wellness, I'll have some informative booths there. Hopefully I'll have the Black Coalition, some other counseling groups there. So if there's people that are in crisis still, they could talk to someone and maybe get some help with some follow-up and see where they need to go. But anyway, so I'm looking forward to this event. It will be like if you went to a funeral. It will be Pastor Kreiner will be there. Pastor Roy Pope will be there. I'm working on a choir right now. There will be poem that will be a full funeral service. So I hope people come out. We will start, if you're going to bring pictures, come around 8 o'clock so you can set your pictures up. The Arte America, the museum itself is setting up an ofrenda so they can have a place where their stage is that you can put your pictures. My vision was to put it around, go around. So after the memorial service, I wanted you to be able to get some food and go have dinner, lunch with your breakfast with your family, looking at the posters or the pictures you're going to have. So you can either bring a picture with an easel, or you can bring those boards that we used to have in the school, the cardboard boards, right, and put several pictures. But my idea is to have family spend some quality time with their family there, because a lot of families, they're starting to mingle more with their families. But I want you to talk about your loved ones who you lost, look at the pictures like we would do. And if anybody is interested in, and if I can get some names, I would love to put people's names in my program. Mm-hmm. I had thought about doing an obituary, but I couldn't, right now, haven't got enough help for me to do. I wanted somebody, if you wanted something personal to take home, you could have sent in something digitally and we could have printed off some, but that's not working out for me, so that's fine. We will have a program for you to take home, and if you want to submit names, my phone number is out there, 559-392-2865. So you can reach me at any time, but we need everything starting to come full force. And I appreciate Fresno State College. I got 3 young people working with me. Mm-hmm. Fresno City College is giving me some volunteers to help set up. So there's a lot of young people showing interest. If any young people want to come out, do some community service and help us with that project. Same way with the Day of the Dead. We're going to continue from my event straight on into the Dia de los Muertos celebration. So we all need to celebrate the Day of the Dead. Right. And I think it's very important.
Yeah, okay. People are mourning, and they need some closure. Yes. Right. They don't have closure. There's still a lot of questions that haven't been answered yet. I know my uncle passed from COVID, my Uncle Mike, and we showed up at his funeral, and I'm looking for my Uncle Mike, and what I'm looking at is a urn. you know, an urn. And I'm like, what happened? And they're like, oh, no. Anybody who passed from COVID, if they label them COVID, they cremated them immediately. We don't cremate people in my family. So that was very disturbing. I don't feel like I got closure even at the funeral. I was too busy being in shock over the urn.
Yes.
So yeah, no, it would be good for people to get together and let's continue our mourning, but then let's give it closure. And then like the ofrenda is going to be there. So what you do with an ofrenda, just like that movie, what was the movie, Coco? In Coco, the movie Coco, the animation was all about this kid who saw his grandfather on the ofrenda, and you put the picture on the ofrenda, and then he's like, and then you celebrate.
Right.
At that point, you celebrate the dead, and it keeps them sort of like alive in heaven.
Yeah.
Wow. You know?
Yeah, it brings works with the spirits.
Exactly, exactly.
And I remember too when it first came out and people were dying left and right, they wouldn't even allow funerals at all.
Right.
So this is a wonderful thing that you're doing here for our community. I'm sure everyone is going to be able to participate that who can. I know that we'll be there. I will be there to participate, to support you any way that I can. You can always call me. I wish you would have called me earlier about the obituaries, however you wanted them. I have a couple of connections, a little bit, and I would help you. And if you ever need anything in the future, you have my number and you can always call me. And I thank you so much. And I just want to repeat, she's going to be having a citywide celebration honoring friends and family that has passed during COVID-19 and weren't able to have a memorial service. It will be Saturday, October the 28th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Families set up at 9 a.m. She's going to have families to set up on pictures, and 10 a.m. to 12, it's going to be a full-fledged, she said, memorial celebration and service. And it's going to be at Arte's, right? Arte's Americans Art Center, 1630 Van Ness, Fresno, California, 93721. So this is Miss Baby B, a.k.a. as Beverly Greene, and she's going to be coming back later because she's a singer, a blues singer, and she's going to give us a little sample of a song that she has for us. And we would like to thank you so much again for coming on and sharing this with us. And anyone in the community, let's come out and celebrate this day with her. All right, thank you. And we'll be right back. Okay, now we're going to do our Let's Talk shout out. I want to give a Let's Talk shout out to my girl, Lisa Smith. She's getting married next June on the 24th, and her fiance is Hayrick Freeman. Congratulations, Lisa. We love you. All right, that's almost it for this episode of Let's Talk. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. We'll be right back with the music performance from Miss Beverly Greene.
And now we have Baby B singing Baby Take Me Back, song she wrote during COVID. It's the blues.
All right. Let me give you some blues. Oh, yeah. I'm running, babe, running back home to you. I said I'm running, babe, running back home to you. I know I messed up and I don't know what to do. Please take me back, babe. I said I'm down on bended knees. Oh, take me back, babe. I said I'm down on bended knees. Can't you see how much I love you? My heart's in misery. Listen to this. You know I cheated, lied. I didn't have no reason why. Yes, I cheated, lied. Didn't have no reason babe. Says I'm down on bended knees. Please take me back. I said I'm running, babe, running back home to you. I said I'm running, babe, running back home to you. I know I messed up and I don't know what to do. Listen to this. Please take me back, babe. I said I'm down on bended knees. Oh, take me back, babe. Says I'm down on bended knees. Can't you see how much I love you? My heart's in misery. Whoa, yeah. Talk about the blues.